Hey guys, it's Isabella. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. I'm going to be taking you step by step with all the products that I use and really giving y'all an in-depth tutorial. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. You may be wondering, girl, you went blonde? I did! But don't get used to it because I'm going back to dark hair real soon. Like next video I'm gonna have dark hair. But yeah, it's just a little aura on me. Okay, but let's get into this makeup tutorial. I already moisturized my face, but I always start off with the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I'm then gonna go in with some e.l.f. Sun Touchable. This is the sunscreen. It's 30 SPF. It's my form of sunscreen that I use every day, and it's also a makeup primer. This sunscreen be leaving my face looking glowy after I use it. Like some days I just use a sunscreen and then I leave because it makes my skin look so glowy and it's like pure glass skin. Like, can y'all tell? Or do I just look oily to y'all? After that, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is my favorite primer. It grips all the makeup you put onto your face. I really recommend it, and it's super cheap. Like e.l.f. be coming through. Like I be trying to tell y'all, e.l.f. be coming through. I will be using foundation today. Some days I just do a concealer look, but lately I've been using foundation, so I put this all over my face. Y'all see that? You see the stick? That's what we want. We want our makeup to stick. Next thing I do, I take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray and I prep my skin with it. It's a primer and it sets your makeup, so let's prime. This is my favorite setting spray right now. Literally holds my makeup in place all day. People be saying it's overrated, but for me, like, I love it. Like, you did your one thing. Next, another e.l.f. product. I'm going in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is like a lightweight foundation. If I want to go for a more beat look, I will use a foundation with more coverage, but since this is just like an everyday look, I'm going with this Halo Glow. Super lightweight and it makes my face look glowy and yes. I'm gonna be using a beauty blender to blend it in, so I'm gonna just go wet it and I'll be right back. This is in the shade 3. I'm not really tan right now, but I bet when I do tan I would need a darker shade, but this one right now worked well for me. I just apply it to those spots on my face. I can't really tell if you can see, but I apply it to my face and then I just blend it in with the bottom of my beauty blender until it's all blended in. And I also drag it to my neck. I also drag it down to my neck and under my chin, so I'm not two different colors. Alright, next step, I'm taking this e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Wand. This is in the shade Tan/Deep, and I'm just going to use this to contour. This is a little bit of a darker shade for me, so when I apply this, I only apply little amounts. I apply it right here, temples, forehead, and on my jawline, and underneath my nose. That's how it looks like with it applied. I'm going to be using this Real Technique brush. This is the brush in 200. It is the Expert Face brush and it just looks like this. It's very dense and it's good for blending out things. So I take this, I don't drag, I dab. And I do circular motions going upwards because we want our face to be lifted. Just making sure everything is blended out and it looks seamless. And then at the bottom, I don't tap, I just drag it out and down, and then the nose. Alright, and this is how it's looking like so far. Now moving on to eyebrows. We're first gonna be filling in my eyebrows. I'm gonna be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. This is in the shade Ash Brown. And basically what we're gonna do, first we're gonna brush up our hairs. We're gonna take the pencil and outline the bottom of our eyebrow first. Just following our natural shape And it is okay if you get a little bit dark in the front of your eyebrow because we're gonna blend that out. And then you're gonna outline the top of your eyebrow. And then fill it all in. And when filling in, you don't want to press too hard because you don't want it to look too dark. And then in the front, you want to be very light with it. You're then going to take your spoolie and then blend out the front. And then fix any areas that you want to fix. I know it's looking a little crazy now, but we will fix it with concealer. Now that we have both eyebrows done, we're going to take my concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Swan. I'm gonna take an angled brush for concealing, and we're just gonna take some concealer on our brush, conceal under our brows. I connect it in the middle just to make sure it's even, but it's looking pretty good. We're then gonna take the same brush and drag down where we put our concealer, so it should look something like this. I'm then gonna take a blending brush. I'm not sure where I got this from, and it doesn't have a brand. Pretty sure this is like a eyeshadow blending brush, but I'm gonna use it for my concealer. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go in circular motions and just blend out that concealer we dragged down. And then with the beauty blender, I'm gonna go over that, but I'm using the side of it, not the part we use with our foundation. Boom, eyebrows concealed. I don't conceal the top of my eyebrows because that's just my preference, but if you guys want to, then you can. Going in with the same concealer, I'm gonna conceal under my eyes. I apply it right here and a bit on my chin and my upper lip. Then with the top of my beauty blender, the pointed part, I use that to blend everything in, and I start with my chin and then I move my way up. And again, you want to dab and not drag. When blending my under eyes, I drag it out and up so I can get that lifted look with my concealer. I also blend it along the side of my nose. And then the same thing to the other side. Then using the Real Technique brush in 200, I'm gonna blend out the sides where we had our contour because we don't just want a random line of concealer. And then I'm taking that same eyeshadow brush we used to blend our concealer and just blending the inner corners because sometimes I can get harsh lines with the beauty blender in my inner corner. So just to make sure it doesn't look harsh and it looks seamless, I blend those areas. Okay, boom, concealer done. We're now moving on to powder. Powder is a very important step, at least in my makeup routine, because without powder you will crease. And we don't want creasing. So I use two different powders. First one being the Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. I use this where I apply my concealer, and everywhere else I use the One Size Beauty powder in the shade Translucent. Before that, I used to use the Morphe powder in the shade Brightening Pink, and this is a really good dupe for the Huda Beauty one, but I invested in the Huda Beauty, so we gonna use Huda Beauty. First, going in with the Huda Beauty one, a lot of people use their beauty blender for powder, but for me personally, I like to use powder puff. I feel like it's better than a beauty blender, and I like to have one thing for like my liquids and one thing for my powders. I don't like to mix it. So we're gonna take this powder puff. I got this from Amazon. This is just some random company, whatever. We're gonna dip our powder puff into our powder, making sure that we don't get a lot and it's like smooth on the powder puff. You know, you don't want clumps of powder on your powder puff. You want to make sure it's smooth. Before we apply the powder, I'm just gonna retouch with my beauty blender and make sure everything is blended in, because when you wait a while, it does tend to crease. If you can't tell, my under eyes are already creasing. So we're gonna blend, 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 and then tab it in. Again, I'm applying the Huda Beauty one where I put my concealer. Blended. Now powder. And I also bring that up like I brought up the concealer, and down the nose as well. A very important step in powder is making sure you pat it in, like you want it to go in to where you applied your concealer, or else it's not gonna stay all day and it will crease. Okay, boom, that powder done. Now taking the One Size powder and translucent, just gonna pour some onto the lid, and taking a different powder puff from the one we just used, again tapping it in. And for this one, we're applying it everywhere else, so you don't really need to blend out with your beauty blender again. Everywhere else on my face didn't crease. We're just gonna set our foundation, press it in, make sure to get under your chin too because you also applied some there, and then along the forehead and the nose. And I also do under my eyebrows where we concealed. I know we use concealer there, but I just use translucent here because we don't need the brightening pink to brighten our eyebrows, you know. Now there's powder all over your face. We're just gonna take a brush. This is a fluffy brush. This is a Sephora brand. I got this a long time ago at TJ Maxx. But take any fluffy brush and just fluff out all the powder on your face. Okay, now to bring some life back into our face, we're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna be using this Juvia's Place bronze palette. This is in the shade Tan. Super cute, comes with a little mirror. We're also gonna be using a fluffy brush for this too. This is more of a bigger and rounder one compared to this one. I'm gonna tap into both of those, tap it off, and we're gonna apply this where we applied our contour. Again, making sure to lift it up to get a lifted, yeah, to be lifted to the heavens above. Anyways, again, going in with tapping motions. Here, blend it to your neck, temples. Me, I like to look a little bit more tan, but I really like to emphasize my temples because when I do get tan, my temples tend to be a little darker, and that's how you know like I got a little tan. We're now gonna contour our nose. I'm just taking this flat edge brush, and I'm also gonna be using the Real Techniques brush, Deluxe Crease brush. So boom, we're gonna take this brush, dip it into the darker color, tap it off, and I'm just gonna go under my nose with that. Tip that I use, I put air in my cheeks so then my nose gets a lifted look and you can see where you should apply your contour. So, and then we're gonna make 2 lines and bring it up to your eyebrow, like so. We're then gonna take the Real Technique brush and just blend everything out and make sure we don't have harsh lines. We're also gonna dip back into that color and take some into the eyelid and connect it to where we put it in our eyebrow. And you drag it out a little bit. Boom. Now to really structure our nose, we're gonna be going back in with the Huda Beauty powder and our powder puff, and we're just gonna outline our nose in the middle, and then we're gonna bring that under our eyes to just bake a little bit, so it should be looking like that. We're also gonna take the same powder and outline right here, and now we just let that sit for a little bit. Ooh, the baking stage be making me feel like a baddie. I'm a tinsel upon I can't lie, John, Stacy, Nikki. I love Barbie's pretty. Barbie's bad girls, and we ain't playing tag. Now for blush, we're gonna be using the Juvia's Place blush palette. This is the volume 4 palette. We're gonna be going in with the lightest pink. I don't really use the top pink because I feel like it's a little bit too dark for me. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. brush. This is the angled blush brush. Gonna tap into the bottom, dust it off, and I'm gonna start at the temples and then move to the apples of my cheek, but not too much on the apples because again we want the lifted look. I'm dead. I'm really giving y'all like a whole tutorial even though it's supposed to be like, I don't know, I'm just teaching y'all how to do your makeup. Raise your hand if this is helpful. All of y'all should be raising your hand because I'm giving y'all all the tips. We're then gonna use this brush too just to like wipe off our under eyes to really give it that brightening look. I then bring some to my temples on my forehead and a little bit on the bridge of my nose to really give that like, oh, I just came from the beach look, like I got a little sunburn. I'm then going in with the ColourPop blush. This is the shade, and this is what it looks like. super cute. It's literally like the same color as Juvia's Place, but I feel like this one just a little more pigmented. So we're just gonna go on top of that. Personally, me, I don't like too much blush. I like just the right amount. Then taking the same fluffy brush from Sephora, we're dusting off the rest of the powder, and boom. I'm already giving y'all life. I'm gonna be going in with this ColourPop highlighter. This is a luster dust. I've used this in past videos before. I love it. In the summertime, I like to use more golden highlighters. So like when the sun hits me and stuff, it looks like I'm glowing, like it's golden hour. I'm gonna be taking this fan brush. I'm not sure where I got this one from again. Gonna take some product, dust it off, and just apply the top of our cheekbones and underneath our brows on the brow bone. And I like to take a bit on my forehead too, just right here, like where the sun hits, you know. Then going in with a little pointy brush, I'm gonna take some on the tip of my nose. Oh my god, I know you saw that. And the bridge as well, and also like right in the middle, not here but right below. And then we're also gonna take some in our inner corners. I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. brow lift. I'm just going to be using this to set my brows in place because as you can see, like, I didn't set them. Taking this in a spoolie, just taking a little bit because if you take too much, it will wipe off the product we already have on there. So we're just going to brush it up gently. Create the shape that you want. So boom, like this compared to this. Like, I know y'all see it. Like, using a cotton pad and some micellar water, we're just gonna clean up our lips. Over time, your lips will get product on it, so you want to wipe them off. We're also gonna wipe off the makeup I have on my little beauty mark, and I wanted to show. Before we move on to mascara and lashes, I'm gonna be taking the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and we're just gonna set our face. For me, I really like to drench my face, make sure every inch of my face gets this setting spray, because that's how you know your makeup's gonna last. Okay, now for lashes. Sometimes I do use lashes. I use these ones from Amazon. This is an everyday look. I don't use lashes every day. We're gonna be taking our lash curler and just curl your lashes. I use the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is the waterproof version. I personally like waterproof mascara because I feel like it makes my lashes stay curled and lifted all day compared to regular mascara. Like, it could drip down over time and it's easier to smudge, so I just like waterproof. So what you're gonna do, if you got a mirror, you're gonna want to angle your mirror up so you're looking down at yourself. This will help not get mascara on your eyelids and like really help lift those lashes. Ooh, look at them. Going in with the same mascara, but this one is the regular version. Now, I use the regular one for my bottom lashes because my bottom lashes tend to fall out easier, and I feel like with the waterproof, like when you're taking it off, like you really gotta like go in to take off waterproof mascara. For this, you're gonna want to angle your mirror down so you're looking down. Final step, lips. This is my go-to lip combo since last summer. I discovered it last summer, and ever since then it's my go-to. Like, it's mine. Sorry. But we're gonna be going in with this LA Girl Perfect Precision eyeliner. I know it's an eyeliner. It was my mistake. I accidentally picked out an eyeliner for lip liner, but it works. This is in the shade brown. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna line our lip. We're then gonna be going in with this Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is in the shade Moon, number 3. This is my favorite lip gloss. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Fenty Beauty Fussy. I think it's Fussy. But it smells so good. It's so pretty. And it's just my favorite. Finishing touch, we're gonna take our eyelash curler and curl our lashes one more time. You want to be very careful because we have mascara on our lashes, so we don't want it to rip out our lashes. Boom, and that's the finished look. Is it giving? Now let's get changed for the full look and to look a baddie. Don't play. Yes guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Super cute, super easy makeup look, literally my go-to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on my makeup routine, make sure to leave a comment down below. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.